fuck up.
Let me do mine. Mine is not cussing.
Oh, and it's fucking
yes,
crooked.
like you
bitch, cause arguing with your bitch ass. I got time for this.
What the fuck are you doing?
Bitch, shut up. Listen. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Oh my god, I had a fun weekend. I don't even want to talk about it, but I just know that I had a fun weekend. How was your weekend? It was cool. It was good. And you know, I want y'all to please say a prayer for my neighbor on the block. Her house caught fire last night. It was crazy out here and everything, so I just want to uplift my neighbor up in some prayers. So for all the people that pray out there, say a prayer up for my neighbor, please. And no, it's not the neighbor that lived right next door to me, because I would have been going crazy yesterday if that was happening next door. But yeah. So as y'all know, I have been reluctant to talk about, not even talk about, to watch the television show Power. Now, it just wasn't my thing. Like, my niece, she would come over and she would watch it on demand and stuff, and I'd just be like, I can't get into this shit. But I've been watching it for the past, I would say 10 days. Like, I would watch it a couple of episodes, and then this week I'll watch the whole season, in like the second season so far, in 2 days. And I must say that I really enjoyed this show. Now, the first season, basically the first season was like the foundation of you getting to know these characters and everything. And then in the second season, it's like these motherfuckers are all for themselves and they all manipulating each other and just doing all kinds of crazy shit. It's just I don't know the right way to say it, but I'm just in love with it. And no, Power and Empire are not the same shows. So for people that compare the two, saying one is better than the other, they are not on the same realm at all. One is about being in control of the drug business, and the other show is about being in control of the music business. And there's no way that those two, to me, they're clashing.
There's similarities to them. Because
the family and Empire, it's the family all scratching at each other's throats. When it comes to Power, you got all of these different drug groups that's out here pushing, and they all trying to be under Lobos. They all trying to be up under his ass, trying to be the main motherfucking attraction. So now 50 Cent is just out here, what they call him, Kanan. He out here setting these motherfuckers up, because he's gonna regain his, or at least he think he's gonna regain control over everything. And I don't know if that's gonna happen. But you know, it's just a hot ass mess, y'all. It's a hot mess. And Angela, oh, I still can't fucking stand her. Like, you know you fucking a drug dealer. You knew all this time. Like, you know he ain't punching in no goddamn clock nowhere, and you all falling out when you found out he was Ghost. Like, it's just a hot mess. I love it though. I love it. And thank you for thank you for telling everybody to make me watch the show, because I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. But when Survivor's Remorse come back, y'all need to watch that, since everybody's all into stars and stuff. Survivor's Remorse came out last year with Mike Epps, Tashina Arnold, Ronrico Lee, and I can't remember the star player, but it's produced by LeBron James. Y'all need to get into that, because that's coming back too. But it is good. And not Empire. Power is really, really good. And Kanan's son, I don't know what the hell he's going to do.
He's goofy.
Because he loved his father, and he's loyal to his father. And now Kanan done manipulated Sean to where Sean is just like, he did all of this. I understand why Kanan was upset, but Kanan really don't know what the fuck is going on. And Sean's so fucking stupid. His dad used him when he was like, oh, Tasha telling you everything? Oh, you tell me what she told you, bitch. And now you out there at the hotel. I guess, I don't know if he was going to try to shoot it up or beat, what's his name, Omari Harvard to the thing. I don't know. But he seen it all go down too. It's just really, really good. So I can't wait for Saturday because I want to know whose side Sean really going to be on. I want to know. And I want to know if Angela really thinks she's getting the fuck out of town with Ghost. Because Ghost got a plan. And Tasha is like the fucking... She's not... I won't say she's a mastermind, but she knows how to run Ghost. When it comes to that business and how they built what they did for them since Kano was in jail, she's like the backbone behind the project. But Ghost thinks he's running but no, bitch, your wife is running that. And Tommy, I didn't feel sorry for Tommy. Because Tommy is one of those, first of all, he's already coked the fuck out. Like, he's coked out his mind. You can't really have an intelligent conversation with him when it comes to your business. Because he's going to be going off his own thing. Like, you just met this bitch and all of a sudden you just, oh, I'm in love with her and I'm giving her my grandmother's ring and all that. I'm like, what is going on with this dude? I would have been cut him the fuck out. Fuck that, we've been friends since middle school. No. We could be friends, but when it comes to this business that I'm doing illegally, I can't fuck with you and I can't ride with you. So, anyway, y'all. I'm not on the free time. Are you on the free time, you bandwagon? Anything you want to say? Because I'm so excited.
No.
I'm really just so freaking excited.
I'm just letting you have your moment.
I can't wait.
I'm sitting here
Saturday night.
remembering the time when I was telling you to watch it, and you was like, "Oh, I don't want to watch that show." So I'm just sitting here listening to you, and in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, "I was right."
Yeah, it's a really good show, y'all. Y'all need to really watch it. And so everybody, how are you watching it? Stars. Now I know a lot of y'all don't have Stars, but you can get Stars for like maybe $7, $8 a month. And you can catch up. They got the whole freaking season. The whole series is on there. You can watch it from the first episode all the way to now, to where they at right now. And then they have, I think they do that at the end of the episode where the person be talking about the episode or whatever. She's the creator, but I'm like, you know what? Now who in your family was a goddamn drug boss? Because this is too damn good. Somebody has to really know the ins and outs of the drug stuff. You know, I don't know shit about it. So I learned a lot about who's the big man. Then you got the...
I should ask my aunt if she watches it.
Then you got the then you got the local boss, and then you got his freaking workers. But see, them workers, they all trying to get together and plot together and kill each other. Oh my God, it was a mess. I was happy when with the pink sneakers, when she finally got killed in Miami. But I was mad that tried to set him up. Like, I didn't like that. Like, but anyway, I probably would have did the same thing had you would have set me up and sent me to jail, and I was into that kind of stuff. And then I had no remorse after killing nobody. Oh my God, it's just like... You're just shooting people. Bam!
So you must have never seen Boardwalk Empire.
I don't watch that stuff.
Yeah. That was another good
That's
show.
another show I should watch. But maybe I should watch
I mean,
it.
it's off HBO now, but I'm sure you can catch it on something. But that was another great show, and I was so upset that they ended it.
I know that was your show. You used to watch that.
Oh, God.
All the
Boardwalk
time.
Empire was... Now that killing... Talking about not having no remorse... That put power to shame. What? They was killing somebody almost every damn scene. Blowing they fucking brains.
Oh my God.
The Boardwalk Empire, that was another, you know, about... It wasn't about drugs, but it was just like, you know, the power and the you know, trying to take over certain businesses in that time, like in the 1920s. It was just really, really a good show.
Now, was that in Atlantic City?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they had some scenes, you know, that took place in Philly and New York. It was really good. It was a really good show. Really good show. Mm-hmm. And I was very sad when it went off air, but all good things must come to an end.
And did you, now, you know, I just spent all this time talking about the show I caught up on. Did you catch up on Wayward Pines?
I am still catching up. So I'm on the scene, I'm on the episode where, okay, Ethan have they brainwashed him? Or is he playing along with them?
Playing along.
Okay. Because I was starting to get aggravated. Because I could see everybody around him was like, Ethan, what are you talking about? Why are you now
for them?
Like, what's going on? I am up. I'm at the episode now where the bomb went off in the truck with his son and the girlfriend.
Okay, so that was the ending one. So you almost
Yeah, I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm up on there, and the wife confronts the teacher. Is like, stay the fuck away from my family. Stay away from my son because you must be brainwashing him to think, you know. Because the son too is starting to talk real crazy. Yeah. But don't tell me what happened. Yeah, because I know how you like to slip. So let's get into the topics.
Yes. Well, I didn't write the topics down. I know y'all wrote topics yesterday. First thing, Bobbi Kristina was laid to rest yesterday, but on Saturday in Atlanta, or outside of Atlanta, it was her funeral. And I seen a lot of pictures, you know, people pulling up, the casket pulling up, and then the celebrities that attended. And later on during the day, I was like, well, okay, I'm guessing the funeral went well. And then I seen that TMZ had the topic that Leola Brown got kicked out the funeral for acting a damn fool. And I'm just like, I want her to show some respect to the deceased at the funeral. All that yelling and shit, you save that shit for the repast. You don't do that in nobody's church. That's God's house. And you don't disrespect his house by talking like that. Oh, Whitney's going to haunt you. You had something to do with it. They said Tyler Perry had to help escort her out the damn church. And then she gets outside. She has something to do with this. I know she has something to do with my niece dying and all that. And Whitney is going to haunt her from the grave. I'm like, ma'am, this is just not cool. Like, your family is grieving. You had 6 months to say all you had to say. And I'm sure y'all been knew that Bobbi Kristina wasn't coming out of this, but you guys kept just praying and hoping and wishing. Like, you could have been said all that stuff you said about Pat. But you chose at the funeral to let all of that anger and emotion out. I just think that was wrong. And disrespectful to your brother too, because he is hurting, and I hate looking at them. I ain't gonna cry. Them pictures, seeing his face and seeing how much weight he's gained, he is going through it. He's going through it, and Sissy just like the pictures I seen of Sissy just, I've been there, and I'm okay. She been okay with it, but not to everybody else. It's just a sad.
That's
situation.
because Sissy Houston is old school. With the old school saints, I call them seasoned saints. The seasoned saints, they know what's going on. They know what's going to happen. They've prayed about it, and then they let it go and say, well, nothing we can do. Now it's in God's hands. She said it a few months ago in a radio interview that she did with the woman, and we were listening to it. And she said, oh, it's no longer in our hands. It's in God's hands now. I put all of it in God's hands. And the difference between the seasoned saints and the young saints is that we at this point of our lives, we don't know how to really do that. You know what I mean? There's a saying that a lot of church people say, you know, I'm saved, but I'm not delivered. You know what I mean? Or I'm not fully delivered. You know, and a lot of the old saints, they have walked that path many times before. You know what I mean? And like you said, Sissy Houston buried her only daughter 3 years ago. And so now it's like, you know what? I knew my granddaughter was going to end up like this because she was just her mom with 2 peas in a pod. You know what I mean? And it's you can't really fight the inevitable, especially when you know what it is. When you know that you know that you know. You can't fight it. And Sissy knew. And so that's why in the pictures, you know, that I saw too, you know, she's like, hey.
You can share not like how she looked at after
Whitney. I let her go because I knew it was. And then, like you said, it was 6 months that this young woman was on life support. So I mean, they knew a while back that this girl wasn't going to come through. You know what I mean? They knew a while back that she wasn't going to come through. But I agree with your comments about Bobbi Brown's sister. She needs to show a little bit more respect. And if you can't show respect in God's house, then you're just a disrespectful person, period. You know what I mean? To wait until you get into the funeral to show your backside and show your disapproval towards this woman. Like Kevin said, you had 6 months to say all of that. You could have said that in the from January all the way to August. You had plenty of time, or July, you had plenty of time to vent your anger towards Pat Houston. But and she probably did. And if you did, what makes it worse, because you already said what you had to say, and then you say it, you bring it up at a funeral inside of a church. Like, who does that? It's and then you have to be escorted out of the funeral, out of your own niece's funeral, because you don't know how to control yourself. These are things that we tell a child: sit down, be quiet, and don't make a noise. The fact that we have to tell an adult, and then the adult won't listen, so now we have to escort you out. Am I the only person that sees something wrong with that? And then you leave out of the church and you go straight to the cameras and start talking all types to the camera, because you can't wait to let them know outside how you feel about Pat Houston. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad. It's really sad. And Leola Brown is not the only person who's done that. I've been, okay? I've been to several places where family members show their ass. I've been to one funeral where where it became a free-fall inside of a church. So I can only, you know, what Leola Brown did at that funeral, you know, it doesn't even compare to what I saw a few years ago, where they were fighting inside of a church, and the ushers had to come around the casket and lock arms so that the people wouldn't fall into the casket. I said, oh. But that just goes to show you, when you invite niggas.
Wow.
Niggas.
I don't know what I would do. And this is, I remember that time in Trent, and they said they were shooting inside of the church.
Inside of the church. Shooting. Then they said when they finally got out of the church, so many guns was laying on the floor of the church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? But they better not call us a nigga. They better not do it. They get so mad when they do. But then when you act like a nigga,
they got so much going on. And speaking
go ahead.
Speaking of acting like a nigga, y'all know Azalea Banks. She done started a new feud with Miss K. Michelle.
Oh God.
Now they
Why is she? Oh God.
They were supposed to go on tour together.
And what happened? Tell me what happened.
All I know is Azalea Banks getting on Twitter talking about K. Michelle's people texting my people and they canceled the tour and all of this stuff. And I mean, Azalea was just saying like all of this stuff, like you got a fake ass and blah 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 blah.
Something that we already know.
Yes, and that she already spoke about, and it's just like, girl, I'm just so tired of you arguing and fighting with people. You must don't like nobody in this industry at all. Or if you feel like they could benefit you, they're fine. But when they are no longer a benefit to you, you just curse them out and call them all kinds of names, and that's just not cool. Sometimes you are on the money with what you say, and then sometimes you are just all the way wrong and just out of line. And I'm not understanding why you are feeling like this. And you know, K. Michelle, normally she would go off and stuff, and she just like, I'm at a different point in my life to where that's not, that don't excite me no more. That don't, you know, and I'm just happy for her. But K. Michelle, there are other people you can go on tour with besides some fucking Azalea Banks, because I don't even see how that works at all. I don't see it. I wasn't here for it. So y'all work that out. But I forgot to say that yesterday I had a chance to be on Huffington Post Live discussing Janet Jackson's career. And I got an email that like, we know you're a Janet Jackson fan and everything. And I thought that I was only going to be in there. You know, like when you did it, like it was just like a question or whatever. Like, bitch, they had me like on a panel. And I'm like, but why I got to be on the phone?
How else are you going to be on the panel?
Because I got headphones and I had a video camera and everything, and I'm like, well...
Well, was everybody else like that, or were they all on the phone?
But they're like, we're going to call you. We're going to call you on the phone. I said, oh, okay. So I'm sitting here talking, and then you knocked on the door. It's like, oh, shit. I was like,
well, that's because you called me.
I probably called you by accident. Yeah, but anyway... I was just like, Mikkel, I can't. I was like, because you kept calling me.
Yeah, because you called me. How do you call me by accident when you're having a conversation already on the phone?
I don't know. I must have called you by accident. But don't judge me, Mikkel. But we just had a fun. I enjoyed myself. And one of the girls, she tried to act like she was going to try to come for Janet. And I'm just like, don't you sit here and say Janet don't have a loyal fan base. Are you kidding me? Like, Janet has a loyal fan base. But I don't want to make this the topic of conversation on this video. So I'm gonna give you all a link. Y'all click the link and y'all watch me on there, and we just had a good conversation. And I can't remember the host's name, but I love her British accent. I just loved it. But anyway, thank you, Huffington Post, for inviting me on, and hopefully you can invite both of us on, so we can just have a good time and make sure you have us on.
Well, I'm just happy that they think of us when, because they had me on with Pay LaBelle, and then they had me on when when they did the whole
Beyonce?
Yes, I wanted you to say it, not me. They always say, you always bring up Beyonce. So I didn't bring her up, you brought her up. So yeah, they had me on twice, and I was just like, wow, like that's really cool that they think about us, that they're watching for these different segments. So yes, in the future, call us back individually or have us both on. We got to come on.
Yeah, and I think her name was Caroline, so shout out to you, Caroline. I believe. Let me look at my Twitters. And then they had one of Janet Jackson's former background dancers from like the Rhythm Nation era. And before he got on, they was asking me like, all of this stuff. As soon as he got on, he said the same stuff that I said. I said, I know I'm on the right fucking page. Like I know. They were like, what do you think Janet needs to do? Janet just needs to be Janet. She's Janet Jackson. She don't need to be doing nothing nobody else is doing. Or copying off, and because they try, of course they try to bring up. Well, Janet Jackson could have did the different videos, like Beyonce. I'm like, she don't have to
do different videos.
You know how Beyonce came out with the whole big album, and said Janet's not going to do that. That's not even her thing. And as soon as Janet do something like that, everybody like, oh my God, you copied off Beyonce. Yeah, her name is Caroline.
But why would they suggest that she do that? Like, because her album hasn't even come out yet, right?
No, it hasn't come out yet. I'm just like, the album's not coming out till like September.
I heard that her new single Unstable out the other day.
You did? Yeah,
it was actually the day of our trip, and I was in there getting ice, and I heard it on the radio, and I was just like, oh, this is cute.
Speaking of cute, Ciara. Now listen, okay.
Yeah, she's cute.
I love Ciara, and I love the whole thing.
She's cute.
I think she is doing some of this on purpose. Some of the photo ops, or maybe she's really minding her business with Russell, and the photographers are just out there taking the pictures. Something's going on, but I'm not knocking Ciara at all.
Me either.
I'm not knocking her. Ciara, live your motherfucking life.
You never Rihanna said?
Yeah, but you know what though? Everybody got something to say about Ciara's personal life, but none of y'all ain't go out there buying her motherfucking albums.
Like T.I.
Yeah. And T.I., you hopped on one of her songs, and then you had the nerve to get up there and say something on Instagram. Mind your business. You worry about you and Tiny's business. Because there's been a whole lot going on with y'all. Y'all just now calming that down. But come on, T.I., that was just wrong. Just say something. No man wants to see their child with another man. But, hey, now I'm not saying that Future's not out there doing what he's supposed to be doing, but if he was doing what he's supposed to be doing
with Ciara,
yes, then we wouldn't have to see Russell with the baby. Or maybe we could see Russell taking baby Future out. Not Russell, Future taking baby Future out somewhere. I've never seen them in like anywhere. And I know that Future is not that kind of guy, but hey, something needs to go on. And maybe Russell also needs to talk to Future about this whole thing and let him know what's going on. And it's not like, I know how some people say, oh, well, he's this stranger and everything. Russell Wilson is not just no stranger. He's a famous guy. But I'm not putting nothing above him that he is not, like he won't, I'm just not, what I'm trying to say.
You're not, yeah.
Well, I put my foot in my mouth like that bitch did earlier today.
You're not putting anything past him. But the problem that I have with, yes, Russell and Future could have met. But the problem that I have with Future is that Future already put his foot in his mouth by going out there and speaking ill will, not based, not
him a hoe and
yes, like it's like oh, how dare you come around and be all up on my son and this, that, and the third. But it's like he's your ex's boyfriend. Your son lives with her. They go out. I mean, like. I guess, and the way Future talks, he talks as if he doesn't want Russell ever around that little boy. And that's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm sure Ciara never wanted you around those women you were cheating on her with. You know what I mean?
Well, and what did the baby mom say when Ciara was around?
Right.
Oh, they probably didn't care because she's got money too.
Right.
Huh?
I mean, but yeah, you were bringing Ciara around all your kids when you were dating her, so now Ciara can't bring Russell around. I mean, it makes no sense. Future, if you were doing what you were supposed to be doing at home, you wouldn't have all these insecurities about your son being around a man that's treating his mom right.
Yeah. Yep, and he up there talking about God and how he's not having sex with your wife. Like, he's been doing so much.
Right.
Like,
and he's treating your girlfriend right. Well,
the way
he's treating his girlfriend right, the way you should have been treating her.
I mean, she was,
you know? And she's loving it, and, you know, she's happy. Let her be happy. As long as the two of you can co-parent with that child together, that's all that matters. Stop worrying about him.
Yeah, and stop putting it out there in the press,
Right.
like saying all of this
Negative
nasty
stuff about this guy. And this guy has not once said anything nasty about you in public. Not once. But yet you are constantly saying something about him. And then you got your little minions saying stuff about him too.
That's just not. That's just not right.
I mean, I want somebody to ask him. Well, you didn't seem to mind when you had Ciara around your kids when you did. Like, I don't think has anybody asked him that in the interview yet.
Nope.
I'm waiting for that.
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for.
Maybe
that.
they scared to ask him or say it to him, but it's the truth. Future, you just need to worry about how you can be the best father to your son, baby Future. That's what I think should happen. But right now, I really think that you should stop saying stuff. Ciara, don't even respond to anything. Because your son will get older.
And Future.
And they can Google all of this stuff.
Right.
And see what was going on.
What was going on. And Future, to think about it, you really have it made. Why? Because your son has it made three ways. He has you, his father, who's a music artist that can take him to the BET Awards. He has a stepdaddy who can take him to the Super Bowl. And he has his mom who can take him to any fashion show he wants to go to.
I'm not fucking with you right now with that. I'm ready to snatch your fucking hat.
So, your son has it made. You know?
You tried it. You really tried it.
No, I didn't.
You tried.
Ciara's not a model.
She is a model.
Right.
She's a model. She's a singer. She's a dancer. I think she's an actress too. I've never seen her really act anything, but I did.
Yeah, she's acted like a singer for all these years.
I'm not going to do Ciara like that. Ciara, this is the perfect opportunity to go back on tour.
Yeah. Yeah, because your name's on there.
Yes, everybody, since they talking about you now.
You need to go hurry up. Six Flags, Hershey Park, somewhere where there's a stage available.
That is the shame. But you know what though?
Come to the Dell.
If he put that ring on her finger,
That's
she
right.
ain't ever got the word yes.
Come to the Dell.
But they ain't she ain't that type of woman. I know she ain't. She ain't nothing wrong with performing at the Dell.
No, it's not.
That.
But that's an old person's type of thing.
Yes, it is. That's where they, you.
That's where they line dance.
With a legend. but they'll be sold the fuck out.
Yeah.
You see a whole bunch of people up in there. Then they can be out there in the lawn, laid up there. I'm not laying up in nobody's lawn.
I ain't laying up in nobody's grass unless I'm getting paid.
But yeah, I hope that they're able to get this guy. I think their Future and Russell needs to have a man-to-man conversation. I'm talking about in person. Maybe Future, you could come to the Seattle Seahawks training station with everybody else and have a heart-to-heart with him and talk to him and stop calling him all kinds of names because he's around your son. Him getting to know Ciara is all around getting to know your son too. Because at some point he's going to be around him.
Right.
But I do hope that if Ciara and Russell don't work out, that I do hope that he has some kind of relationship with Russell because it's starting out too early with this bond that y'all have. Maybe it's just a little bit too early. It's too much of a bond, and then if they're not together anymore, then what? That means Russell is out of Baby Future's life, and it's just not going to look right for Ciara. So I hope that in the long run, everything works real well. Ciara get that ring on her finger, and they live happily ever after. That's the only way I can see any good coming out of this, because if it doesn't work, people are going to laugh and talk and say all kinds of shit about her, and she don't fuck with nobody. All she ever do is live her fucking life, and everybody got so much to say about it. Ugh. Even us. But
I don't talk
this is
about
an opinion. This is an opinion.
I don't talk about it. I mean, I'm saying I would love to see her at a fashion show somewhere.
Shit.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she's already modeling for she's a woman, what you call a spokeswoman for Roberto Cavalli. So
she's a beautiful woman.
Yes. So Ciara, there's no reason why you can't be on these runways just selling it, bitch. Just and I know New York Fashion Week coming up, and I know you about to be walking. Anyway.
Shut up.
Yeah, so Will and Jada said they're not getting a divorce, okay?
Of course not.
They're going to be together forever. They're going to keep doing what they do on the side, and y'all going to mind your business.
These rumors about them come up every 2-3 years.
Yeah. And let that go. Yeah, that's it. Will Jada.
That just goes to show you how many people believe that type of stuff.
Yes.
I don't
Now, did y'all see Basketball Wives on Sunday? What did you... Let me tell you. Shawnee, I love you, but I'm not liking you on this show. I feel like Shawnee, there's no need for her to be on here.
No, it's not.
There's already enough going on with these girls. And you coming into the fold, you're trying to show Dre that, bitch, you're not really the queen of this, I'm the queen of this because I started this. And then you had Evelyn on there to laugh about nothing. And then you bring in Tammy about nothing. Then you bring in Tammy, and Tammy feel like Tammy is one of your pushers.
Millions.
Yeah, millions. So if you can't get the job done, Tammy will, and act her motherfucking ass. For you to say that they ganged up on Megan, I want to know what show are we watching?
Right. Because Megan held her own.
Yes.
And she showed her own ass.
Somehow everybody is up there. Everybody is just ganging up on her. No, they're not ganging up on her.
But you know what I think? I think Shawnee sees Drea as, sweetheart, you were this thing when you first started out on this show. Now, I guess because a few seasons and you've gotten this popularity, you think that you're up here. And I tad bit agree with Shawnee because Drea's attitude has totally changed since season 1. It's totally changed. And I do believe that Drea thinks that, even though Drea is a nice girl, she's a nice girl, but I do think that some sort of way Drea believes that she's just like, and even when this season first started, I was just like, Drea, like, calm it down just a tad bit.
But I feel like Drea was always attacked. Like, I remember when Basketball Wives was
Drea was always attacked. Yeah, it was. I remember that too when everybody hates Drea. But it's like now Drea has found that fan base where everybody loves Drea. So now Drea's like, and I'm all that and this, that, and the third. And like, no, you don't want to bring up people's past because, that's corny and shady. But at the same time, it's like, I think Shawnee's whole thing is, Drea, you have a past like everybody else on this show. And you're sitting here trying to act like your shit don't stink and like you came straight out the gate as this beauty queen. But remember, bitch, you was doing what you was doing for cash at one point too. Yeah. And I think that was Megan's whole argument too. Like, bitch, don't criticize me because your pussy's all over the internet.
But see, I never seen Dre's pussy on the internet, and I did look and I didn't see anything.
I did too.
Because I was looking.
But I think they had to take it down. Yeah. Because Megan was able to pull that picture up.
But whatever Megan's talking about, right? This is the thing. Drea was not being shady at all.
Not at all. No.
Jackie is the one that twisted it. And Jackie, you still trying to act like,
don't put me in it. Don't put me in it.
Yeah, bitch, you fucking started it.
Right.
And then you lied and told Drea, you told, what's her name, this shit, and you just mixed it all around. You just fucked it all up. And then you want to say, oh, I was never drunk. You saying you was never drunk is like me saying I was never drunk before, okay? Jackie, who the fuck do you think you be talking to and lying to? Stop thinking you manipulating your way out of every situation. You start a whole bunch of shit that goes on this show. And if anybody, I want Shawnee to be mad at Jackie because Jackie is too fucking old for this. And Jackie should be the fucking, like, since she's the head of this Basketball Wives thing, like being in her 40s and everything, not just Basketball Wives itself, but just as a woman that's from a basketball player, yeah. Like, you should be trying to tell these girls how to be, and you out here mixing with them like you're in your early 20s, and you're not. Like it's just a little bit too much for me.
And she a little too kooky.
Yeah,
every
she's
time you
always
confront her with something, she's got a smirk on her face.
Oh, I'm just over the whole situation. And then now, all of a sudden, y'all getting mad because Dre wants to bring a friend on this trip. Oh, Shawnee, you uncomfortable? Are you kidding me?
Right.
You let another bitch make you feel uncomfortable? Stop it. Y'all done have friends in different cities and go on all these different trips and everything. Or y'all little day trips. Like, y'all been,
and
come on now.
the new girl that no one knows?
Maybe, yeah. Allegedly. Nobody knows. And try
but
like
Jackie,
no Jackie.
except for Jackie.
Yeah,
Jackie's only would have known her for 2 years.
But see, Megan had her own intentions too. I would probably act like I didn't know it too because I want to get in with everybody. But, you know, Jackie fucked it up and Megan fucked it up because she lied. All she had to do was say, I know a Jackie, or I had a chance to meet Jackie. But, you know, I've seen previous seasons and I know how she is. And I'm not letting what me and her talked about ruin what I think about Troy. But the other girl, what's her name? Patrice. Bye! Bye! The fuck is she on the show for? Bye! I'm serious. You talking about you just don't hang around anybody.
Told her off.
Yes.
I mean, not
Megan. Bye.
Bye. Because you couldn't defend herself.
No.
She would not stand up
like,
for
why
herself.
would you go to a fucking photo shoot by yourself?
And you don't even know them.
I'm like, no, you got to go.
You don't even know them.
It was awkward. Tell me, oh, I thought they was going to be there. Well, bitch,
They
this
told
was
you
me.
they weren't going to be there.
If I went there and I thought that they were going, and I don't see them within 10 minutes, I'm calling. What's taking y'all so long? Where y'all at? Because I don't play those games. Now, when I go out and I know my friends are going, that's fine. But if you say you're going to be here, bitch, where are you? Because I'm here. You know, so, Patrice, you already not standing up for yourself, right?
Next season, she won't be on there.
No, listen. Her and her husband having that party, okay, that was cute. He cheated on you, child, and you know the only reason why they did it because he was a basketball player, because he's just, I'm not going to do that, but he's just not nobody you want to just spread your legs for. No! And you don't, see,
it's two things.
Either what's in his pants
or what's in his pockets.
Hey, or both. Or both. You see, she ain't going nowhere. She could have divorced and got the coin and kept it moving.
How far that he makes it rain. If it was a thunderstorm, then hell yeah. You're right. What if it's just a spring shower? Then no.
Not that girl. You see what she did with Shaq? She got them coins, them 5 kids.
Okay, she's paid.
And get an extra coin.
Okay,
Say goodbye.
she's paid.
And got the basketball coin. Yeah, sure.
Shorty said, I'd never have to work again. I have 5 kids. And I have to wait until each one turns 18. How you doing? I didn't have 1, I had 5.
5!
And once they all turn 18, then I start thinking about getting a job. But until then, no, I don't have to do it.
Oh, my God.
Shaq's going to pay.
Oh, yeah. He ain't got no choice but to pay.
Because they all look like him.
I'm not dealing with y'all.
Oh, they do.
And I want to give a rest in peace shout out to wrestler Roddy Piper, who passed away on Friday. They said that he passed away in his sleep. He had a cardiac arrest in his sleep. So he passed away at the age of 61. Now Roddy Piper, he wasn't one of my favorites. Roddy Piper, he stopped wrestling for a while and came back when I had just started watching it, but I didn't know him like that. I didn't even know what his finishing move was, but I know he had the Piper's Pit and all of that stuff. But Roddy Piper will be missed, and I know y'all seen all the tweets and everybody going crazy. And Ronda Rousey, she dedicated her match to him on Saturday when she beat that Brazilian girl up. That Brazilian girl was talking about her father who had passed away and everything. And she was just thinking she was just going to beat. I don't think anybody's, if you beat Ronda Rousey, you're going to have to knock her out or catch her off guard. And that's just not going to happen. She beat that girl in 34 fucking seconds in a fucking knockout. That's an Instagram video. It's 2 Instagram videos. Just knocked her the fuck out. And yeah, so yeah, I just rest in peace to Roddy Piper. And Ronda, the reason I said Ronda Rousey is because she uses Rowdy, y'all know what I'm saying, it's too many R's. Ronda Rousey, Ronda Rowdy, Child, I can't say
Tough
that.
titties, can you put the most
And I can say that.
How much we could have chocolate?
I don't know.
Alright, well, let's move on. Because all
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah, it's 2 y'all. Rowdy Ronda Rousey. There we go. Yeah. He let her use that name, and so she dedicated the match to him on Saturday. So I think that's everything. We caught up with everything.
Can I just say, well, no, I'll leave this for the last.
Oh, the Meek Mill. We didn't even talk about that.
There's nothing to talk about. Drake won next.
Yes, Drake won. And still winning. And still
winning.
trying.
Meek Mill, stay in your place. You know what I mean? Stay in your place. Stay in your place. You need to learn when to be quiet and when to let things go.
But I see he was quiet after last night.
There's nothing he can say. There's nothing he can say. Drake got him good at that Uvu Fest. He got him real good. That's how you get a bitch. All the mimes, you put them up and while I'm performing. Let it go, Meek. Just let it go. You lost. You lost this battle. You lost this battle. We can't win them all.
No.
We can't.
But that's embarrassing to lose.
But you know what? No. It's embarrassing to lose when you started the fight and you thought you were going to win.
See, just like when Ronda Rousey knocked that Mitch out in 34 seconds.
You started the fight, you thought you were going to win, and bam, it backfired. Because Drake ain't saying nothing about you. He wasn't talking about you. And then here you come. Or
the only way Meek is going to win is if he come out with something like he has to break a scandal on Drake.
But you know what?
And rap about it.
Yeah, but yeah, that would be the only way. But right now, after what, a week and a half, it's like, all right, this argument is over.
And then 50 Cent and Ja Rule, y'all need to stop.
Don't tell me they started back.
They started a beef today. Let me show you. He gonna put
Again?
it
After 10 years?
Yes. How you doing? This hoe has a lot of balls.
Who's this?
Ja Rule.
This is his page, okay.
Yeah, talking about 50 in that picture. Hey, how you doing? This hoe has a lot of balls. Unfortunately, she also has a pussy.
No, this is how you doing is Wendy's how you doing.
Yes, I know. How you doing? I wasn't saying like that.
You said?
But you read it, bitch. Don't go. Say it out loud.
Oh, this hoe has a lot of balls. Unfortunately, she also has a pussy. Shut up before somebody put a dick in your mouth. Wake me. Stop lying to these good people. Follow the rules. Also, Ja Rule started the fight or 50?
I think 50 started something on a radio show or something because I know 50 responded. What's 50 Cent thing?
50 Cent.
Is
They
it?
come up.
Oh, I heard what you said on Power 105 this morning. You fucking punk. Everybody knew I put your ass to sleep. Did they have a fight or something?
Remember years ago when 50 Cent first came out and Ja Rule, when they both were hot on the radio, remember they were beefing?
Yeah, I know. Then 50 Cent killed Ja Rule's career.
He did. Because after Ja Rule went away, it was all 50 Cent.
But 50 Cent, he just started running his mouth thinking he was better than everybody, and he lost to Kanye, and his career was never right when he lost to Kanye.
No, it was never right. It was never right, you're right, after he lost to Kanye. But he did not disappear like some people did. 50 Cent may not have regained his status in music, but he went to other ventures like movies and television and the vitamin water. And baby, don't nobody even care about 50 Cent in his music no more because he got his hand in so many other stuff. That's how you lose a fight. You lose by winning. You know what I mean? Like he lost to Kanye West, he swore me down he was gonna win. He lost to Kanye West, but he
and I
wound up
remember he was
winning.
like, if I don't beat Kanye West, I'm gonna retire earlier. Yeah, you did retire.
I mean, but like I said, 50 Cent had a game plan because movies, television, that vitamin. I mean, he never has to work.
I'm sure he got his own management company too, with G Unit or something like that. What's going on with G Unit 50 Cent?
Who cares what's going on with them?
I want to know.
Nobody cares what's going on with them. Nobody's gonna be yelling G Unit in 2015 or 16. Nobody. That was when we were kids, Kevin. Nobody cares about that.
Oh, it's so hard out here for them to get these coins and Ja Rule. I don't know if anybody's interested in your work neither.
No. No more. They're barely interested in Ashanti. And that is no shade, but they are barely interested in her. You know what I mean? And Ashanti does have a lot more to offer. But the public is just not really here for her like that.
Ashanti, are you still writing for other people?
Don't let Meek Mill find out.
She got a check.
Because if Meek Mill find out, last. Because he gets mad when you find out.
Oh! But listen, y'all. This has been a cute video.
It has been, but I'm not done.
Oh, I thought you was done.
No, I said my last thing.
Oh, you sure did?
I did. This Thursday, August the 6th, is the first Republican presidential debate. And it's going to be aired on Fox News. Now, I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, I'm not even a Republican. I'm not voting for them. I don't care. It is important that we watch because we need to know what the other side, well, for those of us that are Democrats, because I'm sure we have some Republicans that watch us. For those of us that are Democrats, it is very important that we watch their debates because we need to know what the other side is offering or trying to offer or what it is that they have to say. I always say, never count somebody out because you never know. They may say something that you may actually agree with. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean that you will vote for them, but they may say something that you be like, wow. Because of course, even in Congress, President Obama doesn't just work with Democrats, he works with some Republicans as well. They come together and they come, a meeting of the minds, and they're able to hash out certain differences and, So make sure you guys watch. It's going to be on Fox News, all the Fox channels, the Fox News Network, I should say. And it comes on at 9 p.m. August the 6th, 2015. Please do not miss this debate. And Donald Trump's going to be there. Now, interesting, there's going to be two debates. I think it's going to be one earlier in the day, but I don't know if that's going to be televised. It may be, I don't know. But it's going to be two debates, two Republican debates, because there's so many people running on the Republican ticket that they could not invite all of the candidates to the latter show. So the show that's going to, the debate that's going to come on at 9 p.m., which is the one that everybody's going to be watching, is a debate with the candidates who have the most high poll numbers in the polls right now. So Donald Trump is going to be one of those people that's going to be at the 9 p.m. debate. I think Jeb Bush. There's going to be a lot of people, and I really want to see what Donald Trump is going to say because he has no filter. And I also want to see what the other candidates have to say to Donald Trump on the issues that are going to be brought about on Thursday. So please make sure you guys vote. And also, this is very, 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 very important. This is probably the most important thing that I'm going to say on this video. If you are not registered to vote, now is the time to do so. I'm not sure about everybody's neighborhood, but I know in my neighborhood they have people who go around and trying to sign you up to vote. I did, some years ago, and I got my registration card in the mail a few days later. But if not, go to your local post office, get that form, fill it out, mail it back. A few days later, you'll get your card, and make sure you are registered to vote because next year is so important. No, President Obama will not be on the ticket, but next year we need to make sure we put the right man or woman in the White House. And it still is not clear if Vice President Joe Biden will run. But interesting enough, I did a poll on Instagram yesterday where I asked, who do you think will get the Democratic nomination? Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden? And a lot of people said Joe. And I was shocked because there's really a lot of people who don't want Hillary Clinton to become our next president. So, do you think Joe Biden should run for president? And if he does, do you think he has a chance of beating Hillary Clinton in the primaries? And if he does beat her, do you think he has a chance of beating a Republican? Also, somebody said something that I thought would be kind of cool. If Joe Biden was to get the nomination, making Hillary Clinton his vice president. Would you like to see that?
I think that would break her heart if she's not running for president and just settle for vice president. I don't think she would do it.
Well, I think she would do it if she took the Secretary of State job, and that's a step down from vice president.
Yeah, but
vice president second in command.
I know, but I feel like she wants
the presidency.
Yeah.
Look at Joe Biden. He's ran about 15 times.
And you know what's so crazy? Joe Biden would get a lot of sympathy votes too, because he also lost his son Bo. So that would be like, this feel like Scandal, that Scandal episode when the son died. Like it's really like, yeah, he would get a lot of sympathy.
Let me tell you something. If Joe Biden was to run, this would really work in his favor. Why? Because he's vice president.
Yep.
He's vice president. He's a likable vice president. People like him. Like you said, he would get a lot of sympathy vote. He would really get a lot of straight shooters because Joe Biden is a straight shooter. He's a no nonsense. He'll tell you like it is. Look, little bitch. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it one time. If you don't like it, bye. That's the type of person that Joe Biden is. Remember early on, they had to cut like a lot of his microphones off because he was known for just saying shit and then cussing. I remember at one time he did it and Obama was trying to stop him from cussing. Obama was trying to put his hand on the mic and he's like, ah! You know what I mean? This was at the White House. Find it on YouTube. I was watching it live and the president was trying to get him to be quiet. But anyway, I think, you know, it would be interesting. Joe Biden is up in his 70s and, you know.
Yeah, because, I was
if he did run, he would definitely become if he did run and win, he would become the oldest president. So.
I just can't. I mean, I liked him as vice president. I still do. But I hope that Hillary wins.
A lot of people are vying for Bernie Sanders. A lot of people are vying. And it's interesting because whenever I say something about Hillary Clinton, people would leave Bernie Sanders in the comments, and I'm like, wow. I really don't know too much about Bernie Sanders. Shocked, right? Because but I really don't. The only reason why I think that Bernie Sanders will not get the nomination because a lot of times these nominations are a popularity contest. They really are. Let's keep it real. They are. And so a name like Bernie Sanders does not hold weight against a name like Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton. It's sad because a lot of people out there really do believe that Bernie Sanders would make a great president because he has a lot of good views and a lot of good ideas to bring forth to the table. But let's keep it real. These things are a lot to do with popularity. You know what I mean? And who's raising the most money, who has the most backers, who has the most celebrity support. That's what this is all about. So, if Bernie Sanders, let's see if he can prove himself, when the first debate comes. But I haven't really heard too much about him in the news. So, come on, Bernie. Put some pep in our stuff.
Yeah, and we also have a mayoral election, even though they're not really talking about it because they already know.
We already know what's going on.
Yeah, he's going to win that.
Jim Kennedy's going to win.
It's landslide.
As he should win.
Yeah. I liked him from the beginning.
I'm ready for Michael Nutter to get out of office yesterday afternoon.
That's how a lot of people feel.
Because he has done some stuff in the city that you can tell that the man has tried to do good, but it has backfired on him. You know what I mean? Like, and then he's goofy with it. Like, it's time for you to go. Just go. We don't need a goof troop.
He probably feel the same way. I can't wait till fucking January. I can't wait.
Good.
I can't wait.
Good.
Especially after the Pope leave town. I know he can't wait till after the Pope leaves. Because he's tired of talking about the Pope. He's tired of talking about...
Well, he can't be that tired of it because all last year he was over there trying to get the Pope to come down lower.
Because the city needs the money. So he needs to take his ass over there and make sure he get the Pope to come.
Now they want to fix these damn potholes in the street because the Pope was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I got a flat tire one day hitting the hole in the street. When
did you charge the city?
You can't. How?
You can't sue. I mean,
no, you can't sue.
But make a claim.
Kevin, can you imagine how many people in this city have gotten holes from that? Oh, so you honestly?
I don't drive.
You honestly think the city's just gonna? Oh, okay, I'll pay for your tire. You think that? As much when the city has you waiting. When you got sewage coming up from the damn drain pipes and shit coming up, and they have you waiting.
You know who you call?
For weeks. Fox News.
Fox News, okay?
You have to call Fox News and
Bruce
for the city.
Will be the fuck out there and be like, he calls them and like 10, 15 minutes later, oh, here they come to patch it up. Oh, we've been trying for 3 months.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is going on? The city, y'all know y'all not right.
That's just like that old lady. Did I ever show you that video of the 91-year-old lady? Her house is next door to this abandoned house that's falling down.
Yeah.
And the lady said, her daughter said, we kept calling. Nobody came. Oh, but they called Fox News, and while Fox News was there, that man was there inspecting everything. Yeah, well, yeah, what? Why did I have to do Fox News for you to come? My mother's 91 years old. You know what I mean? Like the lady said, my mom hangs her clothes in her backyard. What if the back of that house falls on top of her?
Okay, and
nobody was coming out when they were calling. But as soon as Fox News pulled up with them cameras, that's when that guy magically shows up. Oh, we're about to do something, trying to see what. Oh, okay. I gotta call Fox News? Are you kidding me? Can you imagine if I tried to charge him for a flat tire? My car would be sitting on 3 wheels for the next 2 years. It won't.
I can't do that.
No, and you will never.
You okay? You done?
You know, this city is something else. It really is. It really is. Those holes in the street from that winter storm. Remember how bad that winter was? And then all that salt. It was so bad here last winter that stores, every time it would snow every week, the stores were running out of salt, and nobody had salt in the city. Because there was so much salt on the ground and in the street that they started putting holes in the asphalt in the streets. And the holes in some streets, in some neighborhoods here in Philly, are still filled with holes all around from that salt.
Big potholes.
Big holes. And I mean, driving through that, and can you imagine? Like I said, I caught a flat tire a few months ago from hitting one of them holes, and I was over it. You know what I mean?
Yep. See, I don't drive, so I don't know too much, but I know how y'all feel.
No, you don't know how I feel. You don't know. Well,
I know.
Well,
I can sympathize.
Well, no, because I had a spare, and that only cost me $45, you know, the what's the name. But just imagine somebody who don't have a spare, you know, or something like that, and then they gotta, you know, people try to get over on you. They will. That makes no sense. Like, this city is something else. That's not $45 I want to give to that man that day. I want to keep that $45 in my own damn pocket. I have things to do. I don't just have $45 laying around just to give somebody.
Well, when you have a car, those are some of the expenses sometimes.
That is, and I told this guy the other day that I was trying to teach how to parallel park. You know what? He's a sweetheart, but I kept telling him, you don't know how to drive. He kept telling me, yes, I do. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yeah. He was getting it. But I told him, I said, when you get your car, it's gonna be a lot of work. Because the first few months that when I first got my car, I was driving everywhere and anywhere. You couldn't tell me nowhere to go because I was going. And then after a while, my mom kept telling me, it's gonna get boring. And it really does get boring when you get your car, because you just want to do two things: go there and come home. You don't want to drive nowhere else. Okay? Want to go home. People are like, can I get a ride here? No. And they don't understand when you say no. Like, it's not being mean. No. Driving is just like running up a damn flight of steps. You be like, I don't feel like doing this. Like, I don't feel like doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it. And then gas. Don't let your inspection stickers and all that shit get expired and you forget to whistle because you'll come back to your car one day with a ticket. Or worse. I'm on my way to work and that cop pulled me over because my registration is expired and they towed my damn car. Luckily, I had the money in my account to get the car out that day. Because can you imagine if it was stayed in there for a few days?
Would they charge you $25 every day?
$25 every day, Kevin? Are you kidding me? Hell no. Some people wish they got charged $25 every day. If they tow your car and they take it down to the Philadelphia Authority people, they charge you like close to like damn near $100 a day. If not that. To keep your car in there because they gonna charge first of all, let me just
this is why I'm never gonna drive. Don't worry, y'all.
When your registration sticker is expired, if they tow your car, you're not getting your car back until you renew the registration. That's one. That costs money to do. You have to pay for that. That costs like $30. You have to pay for that. Once you pay for that, okay, then I don't know about y'all, but then you gotta go to Apron Spring Garden. You gotta go to Spring Garden to the traffic court. You gotta pay for the, you gotta show them that you paid the registration. Then you have to pay for, I guess, the towing. For the towing. But me, I got my thing out early. Now, had I gone, but this is the kicker. So you got a ticket. They give you a ticket. So you have to go to traffic court, meaning you have to sit in front of a judge that day. Now, there were a lot of people in there like this, including myself. But I only have one. Thank the Lord. Now, if you go in front of that judge and you have previous tickets from not doing with this, but just from a few years ago, that judge is going to make you pay those tickets right then and there. And if you don't pay them, say goodbye to your car until you pay them. Pay the tickets that you have. You pay that, then you have to go down and pay to get your thing down. Like I said, if your car was in that storage for more than, one day, then you have to pay all those storage fees. You know what I mean? And tow truck companies, they make their own prices.
Maybe like $85. No.
You keep saying $80.
I've been seeing it.
Okay. Some of these people are high, Kevin, because they make their own prices. If you ever notice when people get into a car accident, the first people are there are tow trucks. Why? Because they have those things in their car. So when somebody calls and says they have an accident, when they call to the 911, they get it. So they're the first ones there. Sometimes like 4 or 5 of them there because they waiting to see who's gonna get it. And if your car is really fucked up, then you're gonna need them. So right there, that's like $100 to get for you to tow it. Not to mention the storage fees. You gotta watch the People's Court. They have a lot of these cases in the People's Court where these tow truck people be trying to get over with people. Yes, like what? And they're independent, so they make up their own prices. You like, you would charge me $500 for 1 day of storage? Are you kidding me?
Wait a minute.
Yes, are you kidding? That's what I'm telling you. These people will do that to you. They will do that to you, and you think they won't?
So what Judge Milian say?
I'm not saying, some cases you have to pay because that's their rules.
Oh,
but I'm just saying, like, you can't, but this is the way it is. Like Judge Milian always said, this is America. And that's how people make their money.
But that's getting over.
It is getting over. But you know what? If you watch the People's Court, Judge Milian says that there's 2 people that are hated the most. Lawyers and tow truck people. Because tow truck people are those people who just, they make up their own prices and you can't argue with them. If you don't want, then hey. I remember I got into the car accident around the corner from my house. My mom said, you better not call nobody. We're going to drive this car back home. And my tire was in the thing. But my mom said, do you want to pay that? If you want to drive it home, let's drive it home. Because I like my money. And I like having it in my pocket. And we're done because I'm tired of talking. Don't pay me. Do not pay me.
But thank y'all for watching today's new video. We'll see y'all later. Don't forget tomorrow, 5:30. It might be already Wednesday. Me and my mom will be going live on younow.com. So make sure y'all tune in.
Wednesday, August 5th.
That's right, man. Happy birthday to my sister.
Oh, Nina?
GJ.
Oh, how was she turning?
41.
What's she doing today?
I don't know. I think she's going out of town. I talked to her the other day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good week. Don't you do that.